The wind moved gently through the wheat fields, carrying whispers of gold across the horizon. In the small rural town of Willow Creek, peace wasn't a luxury. It was a way of life. The morning sun kissed the red barn as Emily Carter saddled her horse, her laughter echoing through the quiet hills. She was the kind of girl who smiled even when her hands were calloused, who helped her neighbors before they could ask, and who loved this simple life more than anything. But sometimes, peace hides the fiercest storms, and no one in Willow Creek had any idea what kind of storm was coming. CTA 1. If you're feeling the emotion already, don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe button for more powerful real-life inspired stories on Whispers of Kindness. Your support helps us bring more heartfelt stories to life. Emily had an identical twin, Evelyn Carter. They were born seconds apart but worlds apart in destiny. While Emily stayed home, tending to the farm and caring for their ailing mother, Evelyn took a different path. Straight out of high school, she joined the military. She didn't stop there. Her grit, her quiet strength, and her unshakable loyalty led her into the elite, the Delta Force. For 6 years, Evelyn disappeared into the shadows of classified missions, becoming a legend whispered about in military circles. The soldier who never missed, the operative who could vanish into the night and reappear as vengeance itself. But in Willow Creek, few even knew she existed. Evelyn hadn't been home in years. Emily missed her fiercely, writing letters that never got replies. Still, she believed her sister was safe, doing something meaningful, until the day everything changed. It started in the parking lot of the old high school. Emily had come to pick up supplies for the farm, nothing unusual. But 3 local boys, spoiled and cruel, decided to make her the target of their boredom. Tyler Briggs, the ringleader, was the mayor's son, untouchable, arrogant, and used to getting his way. He and his friends circled Emily's truck, throwing out snide comments about her dirty farm clothes and how she thought she was too good for the town boys. Emily ignored them, brushing past with the same patience she used on stubborn cattle. But patience was what Tyler wanted. He wanted power. And when she didn't flinch, that power turned to rage. "Hey, farm girl," he shouted, shoving her shoulder. "You think you're better than us?" Emily stumbled but didn't retaliate. "Just leave me alone, Tyler," she said softly, keeping her composure. That only made him smirk wider. Before she could step away, one of his friends snatched her hat off her head, tossing it into the mud. Laughter followed. Emily's jaw tightened, but she didn't fight back. She bent to pick up her hat, but Tyler kicked it farther, sending her sprawling. Her palms scraped the gravel. Blood pooled on her skin, but her pride stayed intact. She drove home in silence that day, holding her tears until the house came into view, the same house she and Evelyn grew up in, the one where the sound of laughter used to echo down the hall. But that night, her silence shattered. She wrote to Evelyn, her hands shaking, telling her everything. How the bullies cornered her, how she kept calm, how she felt humiliated. She didn't expect a reply. Evelyn never replied. But this time she did. The reply came in 2 words. "I'm coming home." The next morning, a black SUV rolled through Willow Creek, the kind no one had seen before. When Evelyn stepped out, the air itself seemed to pause. She was the mirror image of Emily, but sharper. Her eyes, once soft and kind, were now honed to steel. Her movements were precise, quiet, lethal. The farm dogs didn't bark. They recognized the energy of a predator wrapped in calm. She embraced her sister tightly, feeling her shaking shoulders. "No one hurts my family," she whispered. That night, Evelyn didn't sleep. She sat on the porch, watching the moon hover over the fields. Every part of her training told her to stay rational, but the image of Emily's scraped palms haunted her. She had seen men fall in war zones, but seeing her twin hurt by cowards made her blood run hot. She didn't plan revenge. She planned justice. The next day, the boys returned to their usual hangout, the edge of the river behind the high school. The air was heavy with late summer heat. Tyler leaned against his truck, laughing with his friends when a familiar figure approached. The farm girl, but something was different. Her stance, her walk, her eyes. "Back for more," Tyler sneered. "Didn't learn your lesson." The woman didn't answer. She just tilted her head, studying him. Her voice was calm, almost amused. "You think you know who you're talking to?" Tyler's smirk faltered. "Emily, you." Before he could finish, Evelyn stepped closer, so close he could see the glint in her eyes. "I'm not Emily." Confusion flickered across his face, then arrogance returned. "Then who are you supposed to be?" "Someone who's seen real monsters," she said quietly. "And you're just a scared little boy playing tough." His friends laughed nervously. Tyler moved forward, puffing out his chest. "You don't scare me." Evelyn didn't flinch. Her voice dropped, cold as a blade. "You should be." The moment stretched thin as wire. Then, in a blur of motion, Evelyn twisted his wrist, sending him sprawling to the ground. His friends froze as she dismantled every ounce of his fake courage, using nothing but precision and control. She didn't hit him. She didn't need to. She made him feel what fear truly was. "Do you know what discipline is, Tyler?" she asked as he trembled on the dirt. "It's learning to fight for something that matters, and what you did was hurt someone who never fights back. That's not strength, that's weakness." When she finally stepped back, Tyler couldn't meet her eyes. She left him there, speechless, humiliated not by pain, but by shame. Word spread through Willow Creek faster than wildfire. No one knew exactly what happened by the river, but everyone noticed that Tyler Briggs started holding doors open, apologizing to people he used to mock, and keeping his head down. As for Evelyn, she stayed a few more days. The sisters sat on the porch every evening, laughing softly, healing wounds invisible to anyone else. CTA 2. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Whispers of Kindness. Each story you engage with helps us share more powerful tales of courage, love, and redemption. On her last night home, Evelyn stood at the edge of the fields looking at the horizon. Emily joined her, slipping her hand into hers. "You always show up when I need you," Emily whispered. Evelyn smiled. "That's what sisters do. We protect each other, no matter what." As dawn broke, the SUV rolled away from the farm, leaving a trail of dust and unspoken love. Emily watched until it disappeared, the morning light glimmering on her face. She turned back toward the house, her heart steady, her spirit stronger than ever. Sometimes the world mistakes kindness for weakness, but kindness backed by strength, by love fierce enough to fight, is unstoppable. And that's what the Carter sisters proved. When you stand for what's right, even the darkest hearts can learn what real power looks like.